Have you ever wondered what happens when the heart of a social worker meets the mind of an entrepreneur? That, my friends, is a story of social entrepreneurship, where innovation meets empathy and profit walks hand in hand with purpose. Social entrepreneurship is more than just doing business for a cause. It is a dynamic and evolving approach that lies at the intersection of innovation, social change, and sustainable impact. Unlike traditional businesses that chases profits, social entrepreneurs chase impact. Their success is not measured in rupees or dollars alone, but in lives transformed, communities uplifted, and ecosystems restored. Instead of charity or one time aid, social entrepreneurship builds self sustaining models that empower people. It represents a shift from giving people resources to giving them opportunities. Take the example of Dr. Harish Hande, co founder of Selco Solar. He saw that millions of rural families in India lived in literal darkness. Instead of waiting for charity or government relief, he created a model where families could own affordable solar lights through small loans. Today, these lights brighten homes, empower students, create livelihoods, all while keeping Selco financially sustainable. That is why social entrepreneurship is not philanthropy, it is the double bottom line of profit and purpose, and increasingly a triple bottom line too of people, planet, and profit. In 2015, the United Nations unveiled a global blueprint, the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, 17 targets designed to make development inclusive, equitable, and sustainable by 2030. Social entrepreneurship aligns perfectly with this vision. Microfinance platforms like Rangde empower small entrepreneurs with a focus on no poverty. Arvind Eye Care offers affordable surgeries through cross subsidization with a focus on good health. Women led SHGs improve livelihoods and leadership with a focus on gender equality. Selco, Solar, and Urja provide renewable energy to rural homes with a focus on clean energy. Social enterprises create dignified, sustainable livelihood opportunities with a focus on decent work. Green startups promote recycling and climate friendly living with a focus on climate action and responsible consumption. While governments create policies, social entrepreneurs make change real, local, and lasting. In India, organizations like UNDP, Accelerator Labs, Niti Aayog, and the Tata Social Enterprise Challenge nurture this alignment, turning global goals into grassroots realities. So, what does all this mean for us as students, citizens, and leaders? It means that profit and purpose are not enemies. It means that entrepreneurship can heal, not just grow. It means that sustainability is not optional, but essential. As India moves towards Vision 2047, social entrepreneurship offers a powerful pathway, one where innovation uplifts the last person, where youth drive change, and where every enterprise becomes a force for good. Because at the heart of the social entrepreneurship lies simple truth. Real success is not in what we build, but in what we do better. So, the next time you think about entrepreneurship, remember it is not just about making a living, it's about making a difference. Imagine a world where every business decision uplifts a life, where innovation is not about technology but about dignity. That world is what the Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs envision, and the people turning that vision into action, the social entrepreneurship. Today, I invite you to explore how the SDGs serve as a global roadmap guiding social entrepreneurs in building a fairer, greener, and more inclusive world. Back in 2015, the United Nations adopted a bold agenda: 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets to be achieved by 2030. These goals go far beyond poverty education. They call on every country, every sector, and every citizen to contribute to a shared mission: that is, people, planet, and prosperity. Unlike the earlier Millennium Development Goals, which focused mainly on developing countries, the SDGs are universal. They ask, how can all nations grow responsibly? How can all businesses drive positive change? For social entrepreneurs, this framework acts as both a moral compass and a strategic blueprint. The SDGs identify the world's toughest problems, that are hunger, inequality, energy poverty, climate change, and signal where innovation is needed most, and legitimize business models that prioritize impact alongside profit. They don't just tell us what must be achieved, like ending hunger or ensuring clean energy. They also shape how development should happen inclusively, sustainably, and collaboratively. Social entrepreneurs thrive in this space because the SDGs highlight systemic gaps that markets and governments alone cannot fully address. Governments may build roads and policies, NGOs may raise awareness, but social entrepreneurs, they bring local, practical, scalable action. They ensure that solutions are affordable, culturally relevant, and capable of reaching those often left behind. Take India for instance. Through initiatives like Atal Innovation Mission, Startup India, and Niti Aayog's SDG India Index, thousands of social ventures are aligning their work with national priorities and global goals. They're proving that doing good is not a charitable side act, it's a strategy for long term resilience and relevance. The SDGs also provide a common language of impact. Impact investors, governments, CSR bodies, and entrepreneurs can measure value not just in rupees but in results linked to SDG indicators. In short, the SDGs give social entrepreneurs a roadmap, and social entrepreneurs give the SDGs life. Now let's see how this entrepreneurship plays out when we map key SDGs onto the domains where social entrepreneurs thrive. Poverty is not just the absence of money, it's the absence of opportunity. Social entrepreneurs create those opportunities. SDG 1 aims to end poverty in all its forms. SDG 8 calls for decent work, and inclusive economic growth. Social enterprises sit at the intersection of both. Examples in India include Rangde, a peer to peer micro lending platform that offers affordable credit to low income entrepreneurs. Araku Coffee, empowering tribal farmers through organic farming, trade fair, and skill building. Amul, the iconic dairy cooperative that transformed rural producers into owners and stakeholders, not just suppliers. These models go beyond charity. They build ecosystems of dignity, ownership, and self reliance, mirroring Gandhiji's idea of Antyodaya, uplifting the last person first. By integrating financial inclusion with job creation, they advance both SDG 1 and SDG 8, ensuring that economic growth becomes inclusive growth. Health and education are the twin pillars of human progress. Yet, millions remain excluded from quality care and meaningful learning. That's where social entrepreneurs step in. In health, Arvind Eye Care System offers world-class eye treatment at low cost using a cross-subsidy model. Paying patients help fund free care for the poor. Zikitsa Healthcare operates emergency ambulance services across rural and urban India, blending efficiency with compassion. In education, Pratham and Teach for India bridge learning gaps with community driven and school based interventions. Those education and Baiju's social initiatives bring digital learning to children in low income households and underserved communities. These innovators don't wait for change, they design ecosystems of empowerment where health and education become rights, not privileges, directly advancing SDG 3 and SDG 4. No nation can progress if half its population is held back. Gender equality is central to sustainable development, and social entrepreneurship is rewriting the narrative. Consider Ecofemi, producing sustainable menstrual products while educating girls and women about menstrual health and dignity. Consider Lijat Papad, a women led cooperative where thousands of women share ownership, profits, and decision making. Consider SEVA, that stands for Self Employed Women's Association, integrating livelihood creation with rights advocacy for women in the informal sector. These examples show that gender equality is not only a moral imperative, it's a smart economic strategy. When women lead, productivity rises, communities prosper, and societies become more resilient. Through such efforts, social enterprises push SDG 5 from paper to practice. Energy is life, but in the 21st century, energy must also sustain life. SDG 7 calls for affordable, clean energy for all. SDG 13 urges urgent climate action. Social entrepreneurs combine clean technology with social justice, offering decentralized, low carbon solutions. Consider the example of Selco Solar, delivering solar lighting to rural households, financed through microloans and innovative payment models. Consider Urja Development Solutions, providing solar powered irrigation and productive energy services to small farmers. Consider Barefoot College, training rural women, many of them are illiterate, to become solar engineers to electrify their own and neighboring villages. These are not just businesses, they are quite green revolutions, reducing emissions, increasing incomes, and empowering communities. By tackling energy poverty and climate risk together, they advance SDG 7 and SDG 13 in a single powerful stroke. Our cities are expanding rapidly, but can they grow sustainably? SDG 9 focuses on industry, innovation, and infrastructure. SDG 11 imagines cities that are safe, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable. Social entrepreneurs are reimagining how cities function. In India, for example, Hasiru Dada in Bangalore integrates informal waste pickers into formal waste management systems, improving livelihoods and urban recycling. Gunj turns urban surplus of clothes, materials, and goods into resources for rural development. Reap Benefit mobilizes youth to solve civic challenges like waste, water, and air pollution at the neighborhood level. They show that sustainable cities are not built by concrete alone, they are built by conscience, participation, and innovation. Through circular economy models and community engagement, these enterprises bring SDG 9 and SDG 11 to life on the ground. Here is what truly sets social enterprises apart. They don't just deliver services, they redesign systems. Traditional aid or one-off CSR projects may provide temporary relief, but social enterprises aim to change the underlying structures that create poverty, exclusion, and environmental harm. Systems thinking under interconnected impact. They work with systems thinking lenses, seeing how issues connect. For example, when a family gains solar lighting, children can study longer, and that's how education improves. Indoor air pollution reduces, and that's how health improves. Women can run small home based enterprises, and that's how empowerment grows. And that's not a one time service, that's a cycle of empowerment. That is systemic change. Unlike models that create dependency on aid, social enterprises focus on ownership and agency. They turn beneficiaries into partners, co creators, and even co owners. By generating income, skills, and local leadership, they help communities stand on their own feet, reflecting the SDG principle of leave no one behind. Their impact does not stop at the community level. Successful social entrepreneurs often inform government schemes, inspire policy reforms, and shape the broader development ecosystem. The Amul cooperative model influenced rural livelihood strategies. Microfinance pioneers shaped India's financial inclusion policies. Arvind Eye Care model has been studied and replicated across Asia and Africa. Through research, advocacy, and partnerships, social entrepreneurs become architects of systemic change, not just service providers. And crucially, social enterprises build replicable, scalable models. Their success does not remain locked in one village or one society. It can travel across states, across countries, turning local innovation into global inspiration. This is the essence of social entrepreneurship. Not charity but change, not relief but reform, not dependence but dignity. The SDGs and social entrepreneurship are like two sides of the same coin. SDGs define what needs to be achieved: eradicating poverty, ensuring equality, protecting the planet. Social entrepreneurs show how it can be done creatively, inclusively, and sustainably. Together, they form a mutually reinforcing system. One provides the roadmap, the other provides the vehicle. In a country like India, vibrant, diverse, full of both inequality and opportunity, social entrepreneurship bridges the gap between global goals and local realities. It reminds us that development is not about charity from the top, but collaboration from the ground up. Progress becomes something we co create as citizens, consumers, innovators, and leaders. As we look towards 2030 and further ahead to Vision 2047, let us remember the future will not be built by governments alone, nor by corporations in isolation, but by entrepreneurs with empathy, by innovators with integrity, by those who believe that business can truly be a force for good. Because true progress is not measured by what we accumulate, but what we uplift. That is the promise of social entrepreneurship, and that is the power of SDGs. How the SDGs guide social entrepreneurs. In 2015, the United Nations launched 17 SDGs and 169 targets, a universal agenda for people, planet, and prosperity by 2030. Unlike the Millennium Development Goals, which focused mainly on developing countries, SDGs are universal. Every nation, every sector, every community is included. For social entrepreneurs, the SDGs are both a moral compass and a strategic blueprint. They identify what must be achieved: no hunger, quality education, clean energy, gender equality, and they hint at how it should be pursued inclusively, sustainably, and collaboratively. In practice, that means governments lay policy foundations and infrastructure, markets and NGOs provide resources and support, and social entrepreneurs translate global goals into local solutions. Solutions that are affordable, culturally relevant, and scalable. In India, initiatives like Atal Innovation Mission, Startup India, and Niti Aayog's SDG India Index help align ventures with national priorities, from inclusive growth and financial inclusion to clean energy, health, and sustainable livelihoods. Most importantly, the SDGs offer a common language for impact, so investors, companies, and communities can measure outcomes, not just intentions. India's youth hold the pen that will write the next chapter of sustainable development. Yes, the challenges are vast: climate change, inequality, rapid disruption. But the opportunities, even greater. Social entrepreneurship offers a bridge between innovation and inclusion, between profit and purpose, between global goals and local realities. So remember three guiding principles. Begin small, but begin now. Every pilot counts. Collaborate widely. Partnerships multiply impact. Lead ethically. The credibility of the cause rests on the character of its champions. As youth move from awareness to action, they move our society from aspiration to achievement. And they redefine what it means to be educated, not just to earn a living, but to design a better world. The SDGs have given us a shared direction. Now it's upon to us, especially the young, to walk that path step by step, solution by solution. Be that step, be that solution. Thanks for watching the video.